Um, yeah. So honestly, if I had to be honest, I think that from first glance, I'd say Errol's just too big, too strong. Same thing everybody's seeing. Too skilled. You know, I feel like they've got pretty similar skill sets. As far as I don't think that one is levels above the other. The big difference you're seeing is size. But at the end of the day, sometimes when you fight small fighters, they can bring a different type of awkwardness to the table. Not because they have an awkward style, but just because you're not used to being in there with that small or short of a dude. I honestly think that Mikey Garcia's got the skill to make it interesting for maybe the first 5 rounds. He's not coming in to lay down. We know that. He's not coming in to be embarrassed. We know that also. So I think he's going to come out like a bat out of hell and not crazy wild, but like as far as intensity, focus, I think he's going to come out very, very skilled, prepared, and make it interesting for maybe 5 rounds tops. But at the end of the day, I just don't see Mikey's punches doing any damage to Errol. I just don't see anything stopping him. If Errol is getting outboxed for 5 rounds, even if that were to happen, all Errol's got to do, in my opinion, is just step up the gas and break him down. He broke down Kell Brook the same way. So that's my official prediction. I just think Errol's going to end up being too much for him late in the later rounds. But I wouldn't mind either one winning because Mikey and Errol are 2 of my favorite fighters in the sport. So it's a hard one for me.
Well, I hear, like, you know, because what you're saying that Mikey really won't be able to keep Errol off of him is what a lot of people were saying because He couldn't hurt Easter. He dropped Easter, but he couldn't stop him. Same thing with Broner. But isn't it possible, though, that those guys were not going to be fighting as offensive as Spence was, and that Spence being more offensive is going to give Mikey, you know, more opportunities to land big shots that could keep him off?
It's a possibility. It's a possibility. I mean, if that's what Mikey is seeing, I mean, it's not a big possibility. It's a small possibility that maybe with how Errol fights, it might give him an opportunity to get those, you know, openings. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So
it's something. It's a really fair point that you just made. You know.
Yeah, and I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, definitely. It's a fair point you just made because I didn't really think of it like that. You know, maybe Mikey's planning on Errol, you know, feeling that he's got too much size on him and underestimating Mikey, you know, and then him running into a shot. I'm just trying to look at anything that could be a possibility for Mikey's sake. Not saying that he's got just absolutely no shot. I'm just saying, like, I've really been trying to dissect it. But at the end of the day, I feel like no matter what happens, even if Mikey puts on a good show, I think that Errol's going to end up coming out on top.
Does it end in a stoppage, you think?
It's very possible. But I don't want to be that guy to count Mikey out at the same time because at the end of the day, I don't think he even feels like it's possible for him to be stopped. I don't even feel like it's possible for him to get stopped as far as how he feels about himself. So I know he's not coming in there looking to be stopped at all. He hasn't even been defeated. He doesn't even know what it's like to lose as a pro. So that's a hard man to stop at the same time. So we'll see what happens. I'm so excited for this fight, though. Can't wait to see what happens because at the end of the day, it's still 2 top-notch fighters coming in and getting ready to throw down. So we'll see, man. But I do love moments like this. It's hard not to root for Errol. I mean, not Errol. It's hard not to root for Mikey because, I mean, stepping up 2 weight classes to fight the guy that not even his own weight class, the fighters in his own weight class want to fight,
right.
That's something already. In my book, if he goes the distance and it's a split decision and he loses, that he's still a winner. You know, he doesn't have much to lose. That's what I can say.